If you're feeling overwhelmed by gift lists, gatherings, and all the holiday shoulds, today my sister and we're going to show you how to reclaim peace, presence, and joy in your home this season. This is my sister, Crystal King, and you've heard her on the podcast before. If you haven't, you're in for a treat. Crystal is how many years have you celebrated your marriage? You just had an
I
anniversary.
think it's 28.
Oh my gosh, is that possible? 28 years, 6 kids, how many grandbabies?
Actually, we have two more on the way, so it'll be a total of six this coming year.
Oh my goodness. And this is the first full week of, no, second, anyway, it's December. It's December. We're thick in the holidays. And even before we press play, we started talking about a lot of the heavy stuff that may be on your heart as it has been on ours regarding the holidays. And can we bring you some comfort and joy today? Because I sure need it. So we were just talking about obligations.
Mhm.
And what are you obligated to do for the holidays? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, as a mom, I think there is a lot of pressure to create something out of nothing, and especially as a mom on a budget, you're definitely supposed to create something out of nothing. Not that our husbands don't provide; they do. They do a wonderful job, but it's the added pressure of trying to create the magic, the wow, the aha effect without breaking the bank. And as the kids grow, you can't get by with the same, thrift store re reshared toys, new to you toys. And I think we are obligated to shepherd, like mm, somehow create those holiday memories and help our kids remember why we're celebrating Christmas and what the holidays are really about. But the way we go about it can be very different from one family to the other. And the cool thing is that can be your normal. Your kids won't know any different. I mean, on TV, but
And friends, if they go to like, hey, what'd you get for Christmas? I got all this stuff. I'm like, oh, I
yeah.
got a book, some jeans, and what's the third thing? Something to read, something
Something
to
to
wear,
wear and something to play with.
something to play with. Okay. Yeah.
That's what we tried to do too, the three things.
We have not been so practical. It, but we did every year. And I don't know about you, but as the years go on, the less I feel the holiday spirit. And
That's why your trees get littler and littler as you get older. Grandma sets up this tiny little, thing on the coffee table and like, I decorated, enjoy. Oh,
uh,
good.
yeah, that reminds me also of older people when it's celebrating their anniversaries. Like we stopped counting and birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I got a cone at McDonald's, you know?
but oh yeah,
Responsibilities.
responsibility. And yeah, I mean it is our job as moms to cultivate the magic in the household.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we have husbands who are talented in that way. I know my husband, he's been the main holiday shopper, Christmas shopper, and probably until this year. And
Oh,
we just decided to switch roles.
oh.
And yeah, he's quite happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
And so am I. I'm actually quite delighted to finally get to know what people are having for Christmas instead of it just being a surprise in the morning.
Big surprise.
Yeah. But yeah, like with our age range, I took the kids to the thrift store, the one in Albia, where you buy a plastic grocery sack for $2 and you can fill it up.
It
And
has the tie. Must
oh,
tie.
oh, must tie. That's what it is.
New rule.
Okay. It did say that, but nobody hounded us. So I think it's because we had strength in numbers. I have
Yeah, it
five
was a mob.
children.
They weren't going to get in between you and the door.
I was like, this is what's
They
happening
were just happy
today.
you all left. That's
You're
what it
right.
was. You're like, adios, get out of here.
But that really only covered gifts for
The
the
siblings.
two youngest
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah, now our kids, so that's a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old. Yeah, and the rest are like, I want all of these things
Yeah.
or things I don't even know about. But I digress. I think the important thing though is when you're able to set parameters for it's expectation setting. And once
Hmm.
you know, like, oh, I have like for us, we finally decided to do a dollar limit. Each child has this much of a budget that they have gifts for. And so some of them are going to get like one big present
Okay.
and that's it. And like some stocking stuffers.
Yeah.
But but I also love the idea of the something to read, something to wear, and something to play with.
Hmm.
And that is fun. But yeah, I we just haven't. My husband is the book collector, and so we
Mm.
just have we have so many books. That it's kind of like, well, this is what the library's for. So well, I don't want
I
to
can
shop
see
for
that.
that.
I can see that.
Yeah, though he's getting books for Christmas.
I know my husband likes books for Christmas too. But books, if I love him, I'll get him a book, and if he loves me, he'll give me chocolate. It's easy.
Chocolate and candles.
I just never know which book to get him because he has a lot of lists.
Oh,
Yeah, it can be a challenge,
that is hard.
especially if you don't share his affinity for reading. So
You're like a book, any book,
but not
whatever.
all chocolate's the same. Am I right? Not all chocolate is the same.
That is true.
Not all books are the same.
That is so true. We are experts in our own fields. We are
Why
cocoa
can't everyone
experts.
just buy their own dang presents?
I know, wouldn't that be? So when are we starting that tradition?
Oh, I've been doing it for years, personally. George always asks, "What did I get you this year?"
Yeah, yeah. But along with it, so I mean that's just talking about presence and how to handle that. How do you guys handle now you have adult children
Hmm.
and grandchildren.
Hmm.
What do you guys do?
Well, this is our first year to try something new. We used to pick names and exchange gifts with a like a $25 limit. Um, that way, you're only buying for one person in the family. Um, we had two more kids get married this last year, and they're still in school. So if each of them had to buy a $25 gift, so that's $50 for them, that's an expense that they're not prepared to handle. And we did this year, we swapped names for homemade ornaments. So each family unit is going to make an ornament for another family unit. And spoiler alert, I did a photo ornament for my buddy because I'm really, really not crafty. So I think they're going to like it. It turned out pretty good. The price was right. And yeah, I mean, it cost me less than $1 for sure to make it.
What?
Yeah, because it was just those Hobby Lobby frames, and then I printed a picture for 14 cents, and it was a 3-pack, or no, 6-pack of frames for $2. So yeah, definitely less than $1.
Whoa.
So I really want my family to remember that it's not about the stuff, and you have to work with what you have, and when you don't have a lot, let's turn the focus elsewhere. Let's play games. Let's hang out. Let's.
You guys have been really good about creating family traditions, I think, with your kids. I remember they started doing the fall ball around Halloween because she's
just the first year I didn't do it.
Oh, she's a pastor's wife, and you guys have been in ministry for 2 decades, and with that, I'm not really going to celebrate Halloween, but what if you? How did fall? Let's talk about creating family traditions. And even though it's not Christmas oriented, how did fall ball start and what is it?
Okay, for our family living within our means, um, you have to be creative. And so when the kids were all real little, it was too expensive to go out. And it's also very dangerous to go out when you have that many small people that don't want to listen to you anyway. So all the fun you can have at your own house where people can either go to timeout if they need to or participate if they're able
or go take a nap.
Yeah, there's myriad options there, whatever suits their needs. That's how fall ball started. Like, let's just have some wacky fun, and growing up, we always had dress up, tubs of
Yes.
dress up clothes. So we also had dress up clothes, and it was just put on your most foo-foo outfit, and the kids had so much fun dressing up, and we pretended to be fancy, and honestly, it probably took like 45 minutes tops. But the kids talk about it all the time. And
And what did you do? Did you have dinner or was it just
um
appetizers? What did you guys do?
we would try to do like party food, like you would have at a fancy party. Like pigs in a blanket maybe, or things that they considered a treat. For sure, there was always those pirouette cookies, the long ones that in the
Ooh,
spiral. And
the boys thought they were scab.
yes, we would smoke them while we played poker in our fancy dress up clothes. That was the big. So yeah, we played poker, and then we danced, and we had fancy party food, and invariably there were people in and out of timeout.
Probably also in and out of clothing.
Oh yeah, yeah, changing outfits mid Roomba. So yeah, it was just trying to have fun in a safe way, so you don't lose your mind, and the kids have fun. And yeah. Last year was the first year we didn't do it.
And your kids last year, well, your kids are now youngest and oldest.
26 and then 17.
I love it that you had it all the way up until last year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
how cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are lots of traditions that we can create. I was just reading a article that somebody wrote about how somebody wrote it about how it isn't the stuff in Christmas, the stuff. It is the traditions that we create, and they can be small. And whether that's, oh, we read this one particular Christmas book on Christmas Eve in front of the fireplace, or, on the 23rd, everybody sleeps in front of the Christmas tree,
Mm-hmm.
or something. Or I remember growing up, one of my favorite things, I loved Advent. I loved, now I did not like waking up at 6 in the morning and having family devotions. But if we're gonna do it,
I remember this.
oh, this was so painful. Mom tried to bribe us with hot cocoa. Like, you can have cocoa.
Like I can have cocoa any other time I
Yeah,
want.
I can have sleep too. But apparently that's not good enough. Anyway, but Advent happened in the evening, and I could handle that. And it
Yeah,
was
you're not.
nice. We grew up in Anchorage, Alaska, so it was dark all the time, and it was snowy, and it just, when you think about the
Magical.
magic of
Yeah.
Christmas, that felt that way. And I have to say,
Mm-hmm.
Mom was really good about decorating or making us decorate. Um,
It was gorgeous.
it was
Super
beautiful.
lovely.
Yes. And so it really had the holiday spirit, that's another way that we can do it. And it doesn't have to cost a lot. Like, the kids and I are going to make uh paper snowflakes and then hang them on the beams of our living room
Perfect.
by our tree, and it makes it look like a winter wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
That we did that last year, and we're going to do it again this year, and that is the start of a tradition.
Yeah.
And it's those kinds of oh, going back to Advent, but Advent also being a family tradition. Here we gather together and we talk about, we light it. Somebody gets to light the candle, which, what kid doesn't love lighting candles? I know. Yes. And then, something that's kind of short, but there's ceremony and ritual, and that really spoke to me. I don't know, how do you feel about ritual? Or you're like, whatever, the spirit of it is all that you care about.
Oh, I
Do you?
think humans crave ritual. I think humans love rhythms, and I think as a kid, if your family can create some of those patterns that allow for part of it is just the pausing. Like you're not consuming anything. You're just being together in an organized way, and that
With
is
an intentional way.
yeah, intentional.
Intentional.
Mhm. Yeah, it's honestly, I think it's the pause button that we love so much. And yeah, and some rhythm.
I realized we had an interesting Thanksgiving. It was kind of crummy, and I was really sad that everybody just kind of blew up at Thanksgiving dinner. And I was like, I worked all day for this.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks a lot. But I realized it was a great pivotal moment for me in realizing you know, we need more pause in our life. And we need, I think when you have a big family, and talk to me about this, there is a challenge for people to be heard, to feel like that their emotions are valid, when oftentimes you're just trying to manage people. And oftentimes you have to shut people down and say, like, I can't handle what you're dishing out right now. So you go take that somewhere else. You can process it, but you're not. I was talking to a kid yesterday about this, or several children, about how, like, if you're sick, you go in the bathroom and you vomit. And that's also where you have diarrhea. Let's talk about more disgusting things. And like, that's the appropriate location for those functions. When you have emotional blow ups, there is I don't know, I've run into quite a few women lately who've been saying that, you need to allow your children to have all of the feelings. It's like, no, that's like saying it's okay if you want to vomit at the dinner table. Go ahead. You want to have diarrhea? Just bring in the little potty, the plastic potty, and crap away. No, you don't do that at the dinner table. There are appropriate. It's not to say, like, you're not allowed to vomit. I'm like, no, that's not it. It's but that there is, we need to teach our children respect for people's boundaries.
Yeah.
We are allowed emotional boundaries. When people vomit on us, like, we could say, oh, heck no, different room. Thank you very much. Allowed to have the feeling, but not allowed to just do it all over the place on everybody. That's
Right.
not
You,
teaching
yeah,
respect.
as an adult, you wouldn't be allowed to do that. If you had a job, you would be, yeah, it would not be okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Where did this come from? Where did oh, but learning, pausing
Pause.
and learning how, so with a family, a big family,
Mhm.
and spending, trying to make sure that each child is heard, you need to cultivate that intentionally. And so the very next day, I got all the kids here in our bedroom, and I was like, go pick a special rock, and they could hold on to it, and we listened to ooey music, and we just did some breathing. And then the next day, we did pass the rock and talk and share your feelings. And we talked about emotional intelligence. So as someone's sharing and they are choosing to be a victim in the story, and we say, oh, okay, so I want to raise your awareness to let you know that what you're doing is blaming everybody else for how you feel. When really what the deeper layer is I feel, let's find the word for it. Okay, now it's not just because that person, because if only this person and this person would be eliminated, which is what I hear frequently, then my life would be great.
Okay.
So
yeah,
needing space for people, other children who they feel have done them wrong, to hear their words. Let me say my words without being interrupted, except by me, who I kept interrupting. You said, yeah, I was like, we have to raise some awareness.
Yeah, you're the moderator.
Yes. But that was a good thing that came out of the Thanksgiving poopiness.
Yeah, usually there is some redeeming thing. Like if you bomb a holiday or whatever, usually there's something you can learn, and yeah, your family's better for it. Nothing is wasted.
That's true. And that just is a lot of grace. It's a lot of grace to be had, because it does feel like I felt on Thanksgiving after dinner is like, why did I do all that? Why do we even do this if this is how we's gonna behave? And that wasn't fun. But yes, thankful for the lesson there. So what are your thoughts and feelings? And this is delicate, I suppose, but not, on extended family and holidays. And not just that, but let's talk about your calendar, being able to respect your emotional energetics, and the the ways that people, the stuff that's on your list of, like, oh, I got to attend this party, and I've got this function, and I've got these kinds of things, and oh, of course now we need to do the family get together with everybody and whatnot. How do you navigate all of the events? Well, you also really like people.
Yeah, I do. I really like people. But we also didn't live close by for most of my child rearing. And for the formative years of becoming our own family unit, it was just my husband, myself, and our offspring. And I think that set a lot of the tone for what to expect. Also, growing up, we didn't have cousins close by. Our grandparents didn't live close by.
We had one set of cousins close by. We weren't super tight.
Yeah, but it's not
But we
like,
would get together, I think, once during the holidays with them, generally. Okay,
mm.
well, we don't have solid memories on that.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Part of family culture
Yeah, and I think a
to,
lot of that is because we are Alaskans, because you transplant your family from the continental US and then go live on this frozen giant state.
that
And
costs an arm and a leg to get up to and back from.
yeah, and if you're an old person, you can't, it's hard to go visit. So
Right.
I think for us, I don't think we have the typical Norman Rockwell, you got to hit all the Christmas get-togethers with Aunt so and so.
We moved our families. Well, you
Yeah.
moved here to Iowa, and then we followed you guys here about 2 years later. And people in this area in the Midwest, they tend to kind of stay in place, and
Hmm.
so it is a lot more normal for people to have all the
Six
different.
different Thanksgivings they have to go to and all
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah, I guess for me, more of what I'm learning is how to balance it as a mother-in-law. Like with a lot of
Ooh,
our married in kids, this is the first time I've had to pick say like, okay, well, can we do a Christmas lunch or a Christmas dinner? What's going to work with everybody? And should it be on the day or should it be on a different day? And that this because I am now part of more families and Midwest families that have their, Thanksgiving with my dad's mom and dad, with my mom's mom and dad, with my,
oh my.
both sets of grandparents on both sides. And it's, I'm so thankful that the kids have those connections and that support, but it is a lot more to coordinate with. And I'm, I pretty much just, I'm having them to be on my A game. I'm not an organized person. So,
You're not an organized person, but you sure can pull things together
oh
when
yeah, you
someone
won't
says,
know.
today at 3 o'clock, we're
You
having a big dinner at your house. You're
you
like,
wouldn't know that
you
I
know
didn't
it.
know about it, but I didn't know about it. It's news to me. Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's different. We have a pretty atypical, you know, background with like the holidays as far as
Yeah.
trying to
Hmm.
it's been what's more like hang out with people from church and stuff. And yeah.
But so you don't feel overwhelmed with, okay, okay, so actually what you're trying to navigate all of the being the mother-in-law
Mm-hmm.
to, at the moment, you have 5 out of 6 married children.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot. 2 live out of state, and so 2 live nearish.
Mm-hmm.
That's, do you
Three.
just set 3? That's
Mm-hmm.
right. I was talking though about the married ones, but yeah. Um,
3 are married and close by.
cool. Ooh. One, two, because I
Timothy,
can't count 2
Wesley,
friends.
yeah, and
Right.
Kaylee, yeah.
That's right. That's right. Um, so do you just, are you going to just decide, hey guys, this is what we're doing
Yeah,
this
you
year,
kind of have to.
and hope you can make it. And if
Yes.
not, make sure you stop by sometime.
Right, right. Yeah, we'd love
Yeah.
to see you.
And but you guys are also un let me be totally um not articulate here. You guys are unnormally connected as a family.
Unnormally.
Unnormally.
We are.
They are abnormally. You guys are so connected as a family unit in such a strong, I think, in a beautiful way. You guys are very bonded, which is not, I don't think it's very typical
Mm.
these days, particularly to have children that actually, and their spouses who actually really enjoy your company. The
Yeah,
majority of them do.
yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it is delightful. And it is also a lot of pressure. Because you're you have to make all the special moments, but it has to fit within their calendar.
Oh, that is so hard.
Versus, you're also trying we're s- this is the first year being married for 2 of the boys. So it's that crossing that threshold from adult childhood to adulthood is kind of delicate. And so I'm feeling a little pressure this year to still make it their magical childhood Christmas, even though they're adults, but they're gonna be sleeping over and wake up and have Santa stockings and all this stuff. And I'm just trying to figure out how do I gracefully, work myself out of that job. But at the
What
same time, honor their desire to be connected and so tight knit and, relish the beauties of childhood.
what if you had them do each other's stockings?
Yes.
Or honestly, why don't you have the husbands and wives do each other's stockings? And then it makes it like they are, hey, I'm responsible for you, you're responsible
Mm,
for me. I think that's beautiful. It's an idea, floating an idea.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. And then you can just do George's and Aravis's or something.
Okay. I'll think about it.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to
Because I don't know if I'm
change.
ready to give up that job too. Like I say I want to be done, but
Come here.
oh
Come
yeah,
here. Oh,
oh
you kids.
buddy, baby.
Such a burden. Get over here.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Don't worry.
Yeah, last night we watched Home Alone, the first one, and we had George and I were sitting next to each other. We had two grandbabies in our laps, and then I was snuggled up next to Wesley and his wife, Ainsley, and I was just like, I'm living my best life right now.
Oh, that feels
Just,
blissful.
yeah, yeah. Just got these warm, fat toddlers in our laps.
Oh.
Yeah, couldn't be better. So yeah, I'm very happy that they all want to hang out.
You mean what you just hit on, I think if this whole episode was about anything, it's about that. It is about creating those moments of gold.
Mm,
Those those collective events together where you're pausing, where you're celebrating, where you're just enjoying each other's presence.
mm.
Mm, the presence.
Yeah,
Let's make more
yeah.
jokes about that.
Yes, it's
And
more about the presence.
and yeah, so if we can simplify and make the noise of gifts be a lot quieter by making the time together. Just
Mm-hmm.
even if you just ham it up in a way, because I have my kids are littler, and I'm like, oh, and tonight we're gonna. I mean, it's simple things
All you
like
gotta do is talk it up.
yeah,
It's
like
marketing. It's mom marketing.
it's totally it.
Mm-hmm.
And
They'll buy it. They will
mhm.
buy it.
Oh, my kids. So this was another moment as far as that my children expressed having incredible memories of.
Okay.
I had them put on their PJs, get in the car. I gave them little candy canes, and we drove around and looked at Christmas lights. We came
Okay.
home, had hot cocoa and Christmas cookies, and we watched a Christmas movie. And my 15-year-old, almost 16-year-old, she was nostalgically like with stars in her eyes as she's communicating this story of grand wonderfulness of Christmas magic. Like, is I can do that.
That's
That,
awesome.
that's easy. And yeah, but I know for me, a lot of time there's your calendar fills up so fast, and there's so many. Oh, we got this person's thing to do or this event and whatnot, and it's easy for me to just my system. It doesn't take much to overwhelm my system,
I hate that.
and I. This is just a psych moment right
No,
there.
oh yeah, oh
Like,
yeah.
I hear that.
I hear that.
I hear that.
I hear that.
And
That's what we watched after Home Alone.
oh,
it
it's like
was a psych, yeah.
we love psych.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and so it's easy for me to get overwhelmed with all of the shoulds of the holidays. And so I think that I probably need to schedule our fun so that
Yeah,
I
I think
know.
that's wise.
And my kids want to be able to anticipate it as
Sure.
well.
Yeah.
And so just like you
Part
have
of
like
marketing. Talk it up.
yeah,
Make a poster.
ooh. Oh, I could put my
You could,
kids on
yeah,
that.
Truly could be on poster duty.
Exactly. Truly's 9 and she's doing art all day long. Yeah.
We need a
So,
poster.
and actually, speaking of like those, more of those kind of scheduled events, I had two children. My middle kids were both wanting to create holiday parties. And it's like, well, we're not doing two, but we can do one, and the girls can go downstairs and
There
the
you
boys
go.
can go upstairs, but
Perfect.
the food will be in one location. And because they want to do a gift exchange.
Yeah.
And so we put a dollar limit on it. It was
Mhm.
$15. and that to make it easy for me, the guests will bring something to share. I'll make homemade pizza that's easy to do, and we'll have a beverage, and then there's your party. I don't have to do
Ta-da.
anything.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours. They have a gift exchange. I will, and that's it.
Smart.
But holiday magic.
Yeah.
Easily
And they'll
done.
always remember that. Okay, I know this is a side thing, but I have to say, do you remember when I wanted to have a Valentine's party, but I didn't get my act together soon enough, so mom let me have a President's Day party, and we had red, white, and blue food, and we decorated red, white, and blue everything, and we didn't have that many friends come because it was Alaska and it is the dead of winter, and you could hardly get out of your driveway, but it was. I like made it this huge deal. Like it was so.
How old were you?
President's Day. I think I maybe fifth grade.
I'm recollecting where, oh, wow.
Do you remember this?
I vaguely remember
President's
Day stuff, but I was thinking that it was at a different house.
It was at Lone Tree.
It was at Lone Tree. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. My poor mother. But she started it. She had a birthday party for the dog and invited all the neighborhood dogs. So
our
whatever.
mom,
She party queen.
Party queen. Oh my gosh. She did. Can we just talk a little bit about the winter ball that she threw at our house?
With the after 8 mints. Remember those chocolate mints?
Uh-huh.
They were so special.
Oh yes.
You could have one.
They were very, very special. You eat them so slowly. But she took white sheets in the garage. She transformed our garage, our Alaskan garage. White sheets everywhere. I remember she'd put a blue bulb in the light and hung all these sparkling, this was in the 80s, sparkling stars everywhere. No, didn't she even create? I remember there was this big deal. Yes, she did. Of, you know how you blow up balloons and then you take the string dipped in all that, whatever it is, and then you wrap it around so it creates these little cages. You pop the balloon, and now it's this beautiful like orb of stringiness.
Some might call it beautiful. Some
might call it crafty.
I don't really like them, but okay.
But I think that you put glitter on them.
Oh, yeah.
So they were
huge
glittery
orbs,
snowball kinds of things in there. But she like decorated the whole garage to make it look like a winter for a dance floor. And that was the dancing area.
So
and
cool.
I mean, she threw epic parties. Our mom was a party queen. So her sense of hospitality. So just moms, ladies, girls, this is something that you pass down to your daughters.
Yeah, whether they want to accept it or not.
It's going to be in their DNA. Yeah, they're gonna know how to fan napkins.
Oh, yeah.
You teach them right.
Fold the toilet paper. So it's so cute.
Yes, like a hotel. Ooh, we fancy. But I mean, I love that. That's an aspect that we as women bring to life, is we help. And it's not that we are the only celebrators of life. Guys bring lots to the table in that, but we are the ones that can helm the magic in our families. And I think that's incredibly valuable to pass down to our daughters. I know that thanks to mom doing what she did out of what delighted her, it truly delighted her.
Yeah, she was living her best life, for sure.
Being the party queen. That I benefited from knowing how to put together a platter and how to put a spread out and invite people and light the candles and turn on the music and make sure the toilets were clean. Yeah. And now I've got daughters who know how to do, at least one of them, who knows how to do the same thing. And she organizes her parties, and her friends just came up to her last night after an event and said, could we have a holiday get together maybe? And because she is the party queen, she's like, done. We're doing it. I know exactly what to do. They're like, so yeah, Waverly's bringing it. And it's really fun to pass on that magical aspect. Yeah.
Every family has their own strengths, and we just happen to be blessed with that as part of our heritage. Yeah, I know some moms, like Ainsley's mom, is so good at creating order and calm. And when I go to their home, it's just so peaceful
and clean.
Yeah, peaceful and clean. And I don't have that super secret skill set. My house is a little bit dirtier and definitely more lived in and a lot more people, but it's cool to see how each family can, have some different gift that they cultivate and bring your kids up
Yeah, yeah, you don't have to be a party queen.
in.
Yeah, just like yeah, Ainsley's mother is that is a refuge. She
Yes,
creates a
yes, a
refuge.
respite.
Yeah, as opposed to the party palace.
Yeah, yeah. When you come to my house, it's already the walls are going boom, 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 and you're like,
It's like
I've arrived.
the opening scene of Mrs. Doubtfire when they're jump around and they got the
Yes,
goat eating the
that is
cake.
it.
Yeah,
That is
in the house.
that's me living my best life.
Yes. Yeah, that's great. Can all be different.
Hmm. Yeah.
Well, my wish for you is that your holiday season is one that you choose and is not one that you are living in obligation to. And it just allow yourself some space to identify. Like as soon as you think of something, whether it's an event or a gift, a person that you feel like you're supposed to shop for,
Mm.
if you immediately feel drained from it, you let's examine that.
Mm.
Let's see what the heart of why you're feeling drained. Is it because an obligation you are feeling that you feel inherited, or is it have you created some expectation that
Mm.
oh my gosh, I'm really good at this, like well I really want to give all of the neighbors some kind of holiday treat, and so now every time I drive down my street and I haven't done that yet, I feel the stress of it. I feel drained because of my desire. But who put that on me?
Mhm.
I did. So
Mm.
only I can take that away and say, oh, not this year. How silly. How silly of me. No, no, no. Instead, I will send you love. I send you love as I drive down my street. That's it's a bisou bisou. And yeah, so just where are you having, and then where are you absorbing other people's expectations.
Mm.
And then you can make that right. You can say,
Mhm.
hey, this year I am down for exchanging socks. That was my grand idea a couple years ago for our family gathering. Like everybody, like my mom's household, your household, my household, we all converged on our home. And I said, this Christmas, let's just exchange names and we will buy someone socks. And
Mhm.
that was actually really fun in yeah, kind of. I got really triggered for some reason, but it was like, how can you get triggered by socks? It's socks, but oh, it happened.
That's also another reason why we're not doing a holiday get together this year. We're
I
fine.
just
We'll
got a
be fine.
flush. Flames on the side of my face.
Hmm.
So
It's all good.
yeah, so just like where we can create boundaries for ourselves and for our families so that
Hmm.
we can truly enjoy this season, creating pause, creating our own family traditions.
Yep, some rhythm.
Yeah, that will truly be cherished and remembered.
Hmm. Also, I just want to throw this out there. A lot of our traditions started out like we did it one year, and one of the kids begged us to do it the next year. So it's not that I had some grand plan. It's just that something that we did worked, and the kids latched onto it. So I think bumbling your way through the holidays and finding out what means the most to your family is a win. All you can do is try stuff and see what sticks. And we've
Yeah.
had lasagna every Christmas Eve since the first year we were married because I happened to make lasagna the first Christmas Eve. It's really not a great plan because then you have leftovers on top of Christmas dinner, but
You
we've
know,
still done it.
I was just talking to one of my children about, well, what if we did Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve and then Christmas Day
Boom!
we have a
Yeah,
charcuterie board and then we
yeah,
have
eat your
leftovers.
crackers. Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, what a brilliant plan.
Ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted to have Chinese food for Christmas. I think that would be, and I think a lot of that I can lay on inspiration from A Christmas Story, where they go out for Peking duck because the Bumpuses dogs ate the Christmas turkey. So they went and had at the halls with boughs of holly. Yeah. So Christmas Chinese food sounds fun. I like that. I like that about you just kind of find it. And other things Like, I love the idea of Christmas game day or whatever,
Hmm.
but we have such a varying array of ages, and we've always had a small person who will just destroy the game board
Yeah.
or eat the
Hmm.
puzzle pieces,
Yep.
and it's no fun, no
Hmm.
fun at all, despite my desperate desire to play
Uno
Pictionary.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes we have to just wait on things that we're ready for.
Yeah. Do what works, enjoy it, and then see what sticks.
Thank you so much for being here and sharing some holiday memories and inspiration and I think encouragement. It's
Yeah.
okay.
It's okay. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Pretty soon it'll be January and we'll be wondering why we moved to the Midwest.
Yeah. Why? February, I think, is the worst.
If you can make it through February, you can make it through anything.
Yeah, I think February is the perfect time of year to have, like, forget about Christmas in July. Let's have July in February.
Yes, we
Yeah.
shall.
We had a neighborhood Hawaii themed tropical party at our house a
Brilliant.
couple Februarys ago.
Brilliant.
We felt quite warm.
Yeah. It's just a sanity saver.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. If today's conversation stirred something in you, I'd love to stay connected. The very best place to find me and to really be a part of what we're building is on Substack. That's where I share my weekly letters, the behind the scenes of our family life, and the deeper teachings that I can't always fit into the podcast. So you can join me at wholewomanawakening.substack.com. And if you're listening on a podcast app, following the show helps more women find these conversations. I am so glad you're here. Thank you for being part of this awakening.